Imagine standing alone against hundreds of enemies. Arrows pierce your body, blood runs down your armor. You do not move. When the enemy finally steps forward, they realize the truth. You were already dead. These are three of the most epic deaths in history, moments when warriors didn't just fall, they became legends. In 12th century Japan, a towering warrior monk named Benkei set out to defeat 1,000 samurai and collect their swords. He won 999 duels before facing a smaller, calm fighter named Minamoto no Yoshisune. Benkei lost. He challenged him again and lost again. Instead of reacting with anger, he bowed and pledged loyalty. The two fought side by side for years until political betrayal forced them into a final stand in 1189. Surrounded by hundreds of enemy soldiers, Yoshisune prepared to commit ritual suicide inside a castle. Benkei guarded the only bridge leading in. Wave after wave attacked, and he cut them down. When archers finally filled his body with arrows, he still did not fall. Only when soldiers cautiously approached did they discover that Benkei had died standing upright, supported by his spear. Even in death, he held the line long enough for his lord to die with honor. In 1592, Japan invaded Korea. The Korean military was unprepared, but one commander changed everything: Admiral Yi Sun-sin. With just 34 ships, he destroyed over 200 Japanese vessels through superior tactics. Political rivals had him imprisoned and tortured, yet he returned to command with only 13 ships remaining against a fleet of more than 300. He won again without losing a single ship. In 1598, during the final battle as Japanese forces retreated, Yi stood on his flagship beating a war drum to drive his fleet forward. A musket ball struck him under the arm. Knowing the wound was fatal, he ordered his officers not to announce his death and to keep the drum beating. His body was carried below deck while the signal continued. Believing their admiral still commanded them, his men fought on and secured victory. Undefeated in every battle, Yi died listening to the sound of triumph. In 1944, during World War II in the Pacific, Captain Ben L. Salomon served as a regimental dentist for the U.S. Army. When thousands of Japanese soldiers launched a massive final assault, his medical aid station was quickly overwhelmed. As enemy troops broke through the lines, Salomon grabbed a rifle and defended the wounded inside his tent. Realizing the position could not hold, he ordered the evacuation of the injured and took control of a machine gun at the front. He continued firing as enemy soldiers closed in. Days later, his body was found at the gun position. In front of him lay 98 fallen enemy soldiers. He had suffered dozens of bullet and bayonet wounds. Though initially denied recognition, he was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor decades later. Different centuries, different nations, the same resolve. They did not retreat, they did not surrender, they stood their ground until the very end, and in doing so, wrote their names in